Hello everyone, and welcome to, what is this? Interlagos Interlude is what this is called, there we go. And we're going to win the F1 Volante car. So this was an event that we had to pay money for. We had to pay $20. And if you did that, well, that was early access. Here it is for free. This was not in the original update. This got thrown in at the last minute. I'm not too sure why. I think it has to do with legal issues. This game is advertised for free. It's a free game. Yes, there are in-app purchases, but you don't have to buy anything. But in order to do this event and win this car, you had to pay $20. So it was inevitable that it would eventually come up for free. So that's why I think they had to do it. So I understand that that's the way the law works here where I live. So I don't know about America or India where EA and Slingshot are. But yeah, around the world, if you advertise the game as free, it has to be free. And there can't be, if there's early access to something, yes, you can pay $20 and get early access to the event, but the event has to become available at some point. So if you waited, well done. If you paid $20, well, you just had to be first. You know, being the first is it never really works out. You know, being the first to have something or do something, or didn't work out very well for the people on Titanic. No, did it? No. What about the people on the sub that went down to go see the Titanic? Had to be the first. Didn't work out so well for them. So when it comes to these early access things with video games, not just this game, all games, just don't do it. Don't pre-order, don't pay extra, don't do any of that. It's just nonsense. You'll get it all, everything in the end. So, to the racing. This first race was just drive the car around the track. So, pretty simple. And there you go. I just did it slowly. We're doing bot management. I don't want this to get tough because by the time this event ends, you'll see in the later videos for the later stages, we're going to get paid to get this car. We're going to make gold. We're going to make currency. The rewards are going to be greater than what you spend on this car. So we're fast forwarding here because this event is again just to drive the car, basically warm up the tires. So I'm weaving and I'm trying to actually get this thing to slide. This car is difficult to slide. So that's pretty cool. I like nice grippy cars. This is apparently like the best F1 car in the game. So from what I've seen and heard from other people, we'll do some cockpit driving here, check out the cockpit a bit. There's the overtake button. Where is the overtake button in our game? We don't have one. It would be cool. So yeah, I'm just doing some bot management, going slow, not taking anything, going too quickly, winning anything by massive margins is, nope, we don't want to do that. We want to keep it slow. We want to keep the game as easy as possible for later on. Here we're going to finish just a one lap event again, but we have an average speed. That is not too difficult. You can see we are well above the average speed here. We're also in third place, which is not really where we want to be. So we'll just go the wrong way around the track for a bit. A bit of an accident there. But I don't want to finish first. And to keep up average speed, we're going to have to finish first. And don't want to do that. So I'm just going a bit the wrong way around the track, spin around again, carry on. Now we're going the right way, but we're back in 8th place, which is in this race last. So yeah, you don't necessarily have to do that. You don't have to go backwards around the track. I'm just doing that for bot management. You should do it, if you want to keep it simple. Keep the bots a bit easier. That helps towards the end. The last race of this event is a bit tricky, and you have to win that. So having slow bots certainly does help. It really does help. So yeah, I would suggest doing it if you can't get it right. It's not a big train smash. It's not the end of the world. As you can see, average speed is pretty easy to maintain. I'm maintaining it here and going slowly. And there we go, across the line. Another stage one, sort of stage one of these events. Usually pretty simple stuff. So moving on. Now we've got a race and we have to finish in the top 10. So okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Interestingly enough, 5 red lights and then they go off is how we start races, not 3 red lights green. But anyway, I'll just say, this is real racing. So yeah, the beginning of races is the usual story. This Interlagos track is a complete mess when it comes to off track, and it's actually really badly programmed. To say like this is a new track. This is like a skid pan really. There's hardly any area of this track where you can drive and it's not registered as, it just will not register you as being off track. We'll see that in later events, but yeah, so at the moment we're not going to be penalized for off track, and there's a horse, I'm sorry about that. Oops. At the moment we're not being penalized for off track, so we can go off track here. I'm not trying too hard. I'm certainly not pushing in any way. I'm just trying to finish 10th, and we've got 2 laps to do it, so that's all we want to do. I don't want to finish 9th. I don't want to finish any higher than I need to. So yeah, there's no reason to really push or take things, try and win the race. You can if you want to. If you want to win $M for first place, go for it. I mean, it will make the races more difficult going forward, and you probably will need more upgrades. Here's an interesting thing. Lance Stroll is in 10th place. Now that's completely unrealistic. Lance Stroll in the top 10. Jeez. Yeah, right, sure, whatever. I'm surprised we're on lap 2 and he's still in the race. Just goes to show you, not very realistic, this game. And then we actually overtook Lance Stroll without him causing some sort of massive accident, which is also not very realistic. I got past Alonso there as well, so whoops, now I'm in 9th place, so I just let him back through. Don't want to finish 9th, so I'll just hang out here behind Fernando and let him take us to the end. Again, I'm not even accelerating, I'm feathering the throttle, I'm in no way interested in finishing close to 10th place, to 9th place, Fernando there. All I'm really interested in doing is keeping Lance Stroll at bay, which is, I mean, I reckon a blind person could do that, There we go. Okay, so that's that race done. We finished in the top 10, and we get some rewards. Now these rewards are all going to add up, and you're going to see we're going to get this car, and we're going to make a profit. So stage 2. All right, stage 2. So let's have a look what we're going to do here. This whole event is at Interlagos, by the way, so we won't be changing tracks or anything like that. Still at the beginning of stage 2, have 0 upgrades on the car. And here we got to draft to 30 seconds. Or is it be drafted? Yeah, no, it's get in the draft for 30 seconds. So I'm, again, letting people through. They're in 8th place. We're going to hook onto the back of Lewis here, are we? No, we're not going to catch Lewis on this straight. Here's a big off track coming here. No, we're not going to do it. Off to the right there is a massive place you can go off track and take that corner flat out. But we can do it there. So yeah, like I say, this Interlagos is like a skid pan, really. You can drive anywhere. Obviously, if you drive in the grass, it's going to be slower, but it doesn't register you as going off track. It's weird. So it's just really badly done track. There's our 30 seconds of drafting, and a couple of guys up there, just let them through. Again, finishing as low down as possible, keeping the difficulty low. I don't want to race against fast bots. I don't want to spend money on this car. I'd rather fully upgrade the car when there's a sale on. This car's upgrades are pretty cheap though, it must be said. I don't know if there ever will be a sale for this car. If there is, I don't know what that might be, like 2 or 3 gold to upgrade certain aspects of it. But yeah, it's not an expensive car to upgrade. But still, let's keep it as low as possible. Let's get paid to do this event. That would be awesome. Alright, now we've got degrading tires, which usually sucks because your car starts to slide all over the place. But this was really easy in this car because this car has so much grip. There we go, just get rid of some opposition in front of us, and we've got 3 seconds of off track that we're allowed to use, but I don't think we need to. We're going around the outside here, and yeah, this is really the only cornery part of the track. The rest is all pretty much flat out, and the center is. It kind of makes it difficult when you're racing because the other guys are just as quick as you or faster than you. And you can see that the car in front of us there, Tsunoda, we're not gaining on him on the straights. And the straights are like big parts of this race, of this racetrack. So, Stroll, again, not gaining, but then, he slams on the brakes like a moron. He just breaks so much, these bots. In the game, it's not just Lance Stroll. We just make fun of Lance Stroll because we can, and he makes it so easy for us. But all the bots are really slow in the corners, so that's where you've got to make up your time if you're looking to overtake, if you need to overtake anybody. Later on when you have to win races, you'll see it gets really tough to catch them on the straights. But for now, 10th place is good enough. We'll finish behind Fernando again, and there we go. Right, 305.7 kilometers an hour we have to hit and finish in 5th place. And we have to hit speed twice. So you can hit speed on the main straight or the straight after the center S's. I put some upgrades on. You can see it cost me $28,210 That's nothing. And it's just the body upgrade. And I thought I'd just put a tires upgrade on just to have a little bit of extra grip. Because I just wanted to balance out the extra top speed you're going to get. Just balance that out because we don't want to have more speed and less grip. That would be bad. But I'm loving this car. This is awesome. I wish we could use this car in every F1 event instead of like the Red Bulls and the Ferraris, and I'd rather use this car. So it costs, by the way, $2 million. So getting it here for free will save you $2 million. And remember, we're going to get paid. We'll do the maths, and I'm showing you the upgrades as I put them on, but we're going to do the maths at the end, and you'll see we're going to make a profit here. This car, you're going to get paid to win this car, and you're going to get the car for free. So you're going to save $2 million, which is awesome. So hitting top speed twice was not an issue. You just do it here on the main straight. You can also, with these upgrades, you can also hit that top speed on the back straight after the center S's. So, yep, pretty simple, and there you go. Then we made it up into 5th place. So, yep, no problems there. Right, last race of stage 2. We have to draft again for 5,000 meters, and then we have to lead a draft for 10 seconds, and we have to win. Okay, so we need to, first thing we're going to do here is let's get into, we can't even see who's in 9th place. We can't even see where that car is. So we're going to catch up. That's the first thing we need to do. So if we can get some drafting in on our way to 1st place, that's fine. But it's not essential. We can always draft later on. We want to make sure we can't draft these slower cars for too long, because if we try and stay behind them, we're never going to catch 1st place. This is not off track, by the way. None of that was off track. The game does not register you as off track. Maybe on the inside of that corner I did go a bit too much onto the grass, but yeah, the outside of the corner there, not off track. The game just doesn't register it as off track. It's like a skid pan. You can go out there and come in really wide and take that corner really a hell of a lot quicker than the bots do, and then get out onto the next straight so much faster than the bots. So yeah, it's just a weird track design. Strange because there's no like extra part of circuit there. The circuit doesn't turn off there and go somewhere else where, you know, other tracks do that, and it doesn't register it as an off track. This track doesn't do that. There's no variation to this track. So I have no idea why it's so badly designed. Just all I can say to that is just, you know, slingshot. I guess they were so eager to get their $20 from you when they put this up for early access that they just rushed it and didn't program the track limits properly or something. Anyway, we've managed to get up to first place. Well, we're in second. We're behind Max, so we're going to draft Max. You can see we've still got a whole lap to go after this. So take it really nice and easy, just nice and easy, and make sure you get nicely out of this corner and onto the back of Max and draft him up along here, and that should, come on Max, stop weaving. You see, when you get too close, the bots that start weaving in front of you, that should get us our 5,000, does it? Maybe not. Yep, because we're on the brakes for turn one, just got to 5,000. Right, now we need to overtake him. And then, come on Max, push us. Yeah, 6. Come on Max, there we go. 8, 9, 10, we're done. Okay, and now we just have to win the race from here. So, that's pretty simple. That we pretty much got the whole lap to go. So, yeah, not too difficult. Let's just see. I think I'm still trying to sort of keep Max close. I am. I'm still trying to keep him a little bit close here because I can see I'm not pushing very hard. So I'm not even worried about hitting the apex there out of that corner and onto the straights. And yeah, we're slowing down. I want to win. I have to win. But I want to keep Max close. I want the game to say, geez, he only just won that race. He wasn't very far ahead. Don't put the difficulty up too much. So there we go. And that is stage 2 done. Let's move on to stage 3. First, let's check our rewards. Another 15 gold. We haven't even spent any gold yet. So that's great. Alrighty, so having a look at stage 3. Let's see. We have to maintain an average speed, 228.5. Okay, so we'll just go for 230. I'll put some upgrades. I'll put the other 2 upgrades on, the other 2 $M upgrades, so 55,801 is what I've spent so far. I did that for the beginning of stage 3. Mostly because I just thought, what the hell? When it comes to these average speeds, and we're not difficult yet about staying on track and not having damage and things like that. So, but it is asking us to start to win races. So I figured, yeah, I may as well just put it on. Again, with this race, you can try and turn around and go the other way, but that didn't work for me. So yeah, I just gunned it and went for it here. And again, don't worry that your average speed is a bit down, because we have a long straight and a nice long way to go to the line, and we should hit our average speed before the line. Yep, just before the line, and we have another lap to go. So yeah, just try and keep it nice and clean. Don't do that. See me sliding. That's again, I'm figuring out the braking points now for turn 1. We've got some new upgrades, so I'm going a bit quicker. I obviously I've done a brake upgrade, so my brakes are better. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there, going for to go out wide and just went too soon. Don't know why I did that. But yeah, it's not too difficult to keep this average speed up, even here through the slow parts of not falling off the average speed massively. And so I'm only about 5 kilometers slower here, and with the big long straight to come, just make sure you get nicely out of this corner, onto the gas early, and off we go. And we should, just before the line, I'm also staying out wide to the right to make that track longer, and then I could weave here, but now I made it just. There we go. Yeah, good. That was a nice one. When you just make it, that's the best. Okay, now we've got to set a lap of 105. All right, they say the fastest lap from last year is 107, and we got to do that. We got to go 2 seconds quicker. So, fine. So this is also, it might be challenging, but because of the way Slingshot have designed this track, I don't know what they were doing again, but yeah, it's really, really simple. Again, you can also wait for these cars to get further away from you and all of that, but I just really wasn't in the mood. I didn't feel I needed as much bot slowing because of these cool shortcuts you can take. Look at that, it's massively faster. And then watch how quickly we catch Perez here. We shouldn't be catching him on the straight, but we are, because just the way we took that the third corner there. So because you can go out so wide and just flick it in, and with the grip on this car, that was a bit of a mistake there. That was very untidy, so yeah, that slowed me down. But yeah, just with the grip of this car, you can throw the car into that turn 3 and just be massivly quicker. And I caught Max here, managed to get him and get in the draft. And I was looking for some side draft here, but that didn't really happen. But anyway, there we go. We need a 105. I think I did that in 103 point something, 103.6. Okay, easy, done. There are more sort of skid pan type style shortcuts you can take, which I'll be using later. In fact, to the outside of this next corner. This is tricky. I had to do this a couple of times. I kept on flying off the track. Broken steering. So it's weird, and it made the next race for me weird as well, because you kind of have to hold your phone at an angle, because your steering is just pulling off to the left. So you've got to hold your phone to go straight. You're holding your phone slightly cocked to the right to counter that. It makes left-handers very difficult, because you turn so much into a left-hander. It's like you go off the track to the inside, and the right-handers are like really difficult. They become like you got to turn the phone like it's a freaking hairpin, you know. So yeah, this wasn't. It's not difficult. It's just weird. It's just tricky to do. So yeah, I'm doing this. You can see that. You can see that the whole event is sort of at this angle, and that's because my phone is turned at an angle. So yeah, I know it was just strange to drive this way. And like I say, the next race became like, when the car's back to normal in the next race, it was like, hey, yeah, this has now become weird, because I'd done this race, like that became the norm. I got used to it because I had to try it a few times. I kept on, like, just things like this. I would go off track here, like, you know. You've got to tiptoe around. It's just strange. So there we go. Just sneak by on the inside past Gasly there, and that's 15th. That's, I think, yeah, that's where we have to finish, in 15th place. And but it's not too difficult once you hit the straight part section of the track. It's just finding the center of your phone while it's tilted so your car's not. That's weird. Anyway, it's done. There we go. No more of those again, please. Okay, and again, set the fastest lap. So now you're on track with a bunch of other cars who are also going to be setting fast laps. So you just have to set a faster lap than them. Their times will come up there sort of just on your rear bumper. No, not that you have a bumper, just sort of on the rear wing there. When you cross the line, and it'll show you, whoops, that wasn't very good. That was not Alonso's fault, by the way. The bots don't ram you off the track. If you do that, you did that all by yourself. And that was your fault. And that was my fault again because, there's no mirrors on these cars. You have to push the button at the top of the screen, and I can't do that while I'm busy accelerating and braking. I don't have a third hand to help me press the mirror button without taking one of my hands off the accelerator. So, yeah. Eventually these guys caught me up so much, I just decided, right, I'm being messed around here, so I'm just gonna let them through and give myself some clear track. Because you can see I was getting messed about there. I couldn't drive my lines. There's a time from Piastri, a 106. We've already done a 105, so yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. But we also messed about the other bots, which now on this lap will probably go faster. So we have to be faster. So that 105, yeah, we should try. But if you remember that event, we did a 103.6. So yeah, we'll just do that again, and that should be fine. So on to our second lap. You can see here. Let's see if we go out wide and just come in here. Use all of that curb. You can go so fast through there and make up so much time, and yeah, it's unbelievable. You can go out wide here to the left and make this corner better, which I probably should have done instead of sliding off the track. And yeah, well, I'm prepared to fail this now, but you can see with a big mistake like that, you can still hit the time. There's Leclerc's time is a 104, so we've just aiming. There's a Norris with the 104. We're going to do a 103 here, guys, even with that big off track. That's how much time you can make up in that turn two, sort of just going out wide to the right, off the track, but not off track according to this game. We did a 104 and it was the fastest lap. So must have been a very early 1.4. Yeah, 104.1. All right, that's stage 3. There we go. Stay tuned for stage 4 and 5. Hit the subscribe button so you can get them as soon as it comes out, and we'll see how much profit we make from this. Until then, guys, have a good time all the time. See ya. Cheers.